Good afternoon, it's a beautiful day, the sky is blue, I'm in the Canary Islands and I'm going to take a drive down the Puerto Del Carmen Lanzarote Strip. It's almost September, it's the end of summer, so is it still busy? Well, we're going to go and see. Many of the kids are back at school or going back to school, so now's a good chance to grab yourself a little winter deal. But what's it like being in Lanzarote and specifically Puerto Del Carmen? Let's go for a drive-by and let's go and have a look. Come on. Well, you can see that big, beautiful sun in the sky, and we're starting sort of right at the beginning of the Puerto Del Carmen Strip, right up by Spoons, Sally Jones, some Irish bars, and of course you've got the famous Bar 67 there as well. Opposite there, they've opened a new bar called Wayne's Steakhouse. I must get in there. I've heard only good things. But there's loads to do in Puerto Del Carmen. If you've ever been, well, it's a fantastic resort and everything is pretty much down this road, if you like. They call it the Avenida de las Playas. It's the main street, the main strip. People call it the Puerto Del Carmen Strip. Well, they call it all sorts, but it's got a little bit of everything to suit all ages. And I guess you could say this is the new town. We're going to start in the new town now. I'm going to drive you all the way down the strip and then we'll go down the old town and see the difference. But it's great. August is over, folks, so that means the kids are going back to school and prices of holidays are going down. So are you going to be one of them savvy travel parents that take their kids out of school and pay the fine? So let's face it, the fine is sometimes cheaper than what the summer prices are. And do you know what? I don't blame you. How dare they tell you what you can do with your children and when you can take them in or out of school? I mean, when they have time off for teacher training, or they have sports days, or they have stupid months that they celebrate and do nothing but colour paper. I mean, is it okay for that? But anyway, that's another rant for another day. Let's take you this way. Look, there's a lovely Italian restaurant and Goofy Burger here, and this is right by Cafe Lola and the casino. So this is quite a lovely area. This is more of a quiet area up this part of town. And as you come down the Avenida, down the strip, it gets busier as it goes. So if you want to chill out a little bit, you've got lovely sort of bars, restaurants, cafes and stuff on this side. And then as we go further down, well, it's going to get a little bit busier, especially on the night. But it's not too busy on the strip. Time-wise, it's 4:30, so it is that sort of weird time between sort of going back to the hotel in your apartment to sort of have a little nap in the afternoon and get ready for dinner. So I don't expect it to be too busy, but you can see there's certainly more people down in this area here. Down here, not only have you got some lovely sort of bars and restaurants outside with lovely terraces, and it overlooks the Playa Grande beach. You've got a beautiful big beach. So on the left hand side as I drive down, you've got the beach. You've got a new bar here, Hennessy's Bar. That has just sort of appeared. It used to be the Royal, and then you got Centro Atlantico on the right as well. This is where the sort of party nightlife happens at the back of Centro Atlantico. So you've got family stuff at the front, and at the back you've got more of a sort of party nightlife atmosphere. American Indian, very, very popular place, and you can see that they've built everything out so people are actually able to sit outside now. That was something that they incorporated just during COVID. Do you remember them stupid days where they said you can go in a restaurant but you have to put your mask on, and then you have to put your mask on to go to the toilet, but you can sit at a table and then take your mask off to eat? Absolute nonsense. And there was only a certain amount of people allowed indoors. Well, they bought everything outside, as you can see here. Look, so you can see they bought everything out. They planted these plant pots. I'm not a fan of it. I know it's nice to sit out there, but you are literally right along the side of the road. Now, if I was a bit of a lunatic and sort of lost control of the car, well, them plant pots I don't think are going to stop my car, are they? So I think not only are they dangerous, but it also means there's no bloody parking in Puerto Del Carmen. But it is nice to sit outside, and it is needed as well. If you imagine before that it was a car park, so they've definitely been able to get more space. But of course, they're paying a high premium for that. Nothing in this world is free, is it? So the government aren't stupid. They put them out there with the intention of solving the COVID problem, but they've thought, oh, we can make a pretty penny here, charging the businesses for extra tax on the tables. They're not stupid, are they? But you can see as they're all coming out here, there's loads. There's loads. It's all happening. Parking wise, now I do moan about the parking in Puerto Del Carmen. If you've hired a car and you come into Puerto Del Carmen, well, you ain't going to be able to park, really. It's terrible. It's probably the worst resort in Lanzarote for parking. However, they also have built this big shopping centre here. So we're coming up to the Soho shopping centre. Here you've got a Mercadona, which is great if you want to do a big shop. If you come into Puerto Del Carmen and you're self-catering, you want to do a big shop, just get in here. Look, it's called the big Soho shopping centre. And there's loads of other things that you can see and do here, some big shops and stuff, but there's a great parking there, big car park. If you spend over 25 euros, I think, in Mercadona, you don't get the parking free, but you get quite a bit off the parking. So it's worthwhile if you're sort of hiring a car and you're stopping in one of the other resorts, come down to Puerto Del Carmen, park in there, and then do your shopping afterwards to save yourself a little bit on the parking. I tell you what, Mr. Travel On likes to save his pennies, doesn't he? And I like you too as well. So that's the end of the Puerto Del Carmen New Town Strip. So let's head up this hill and I'll take you past the Biosphere Shopping Centre and we'll go down into the harbour and we'll see the old town, because there's quite a contrast between the old town and the new town for sure. This row of shops here, well, they've built a new one there called the Duty Free Shop. Oh, it's very colourful in there, very modern. I think it's just a tat shop on steroids. They all sell the same old tat. And then there's a few tat shops here, look, just as you get to the Biosphere Shopping Centre. I think they're going to modernise this area. There's quite a few empty places and it's looking like they're sort of being taken over and maybe will be modified and sort of done up a little bit and make it look better. It certainly could do with a facelift here, but we're moving into the old town, so I mean it looks old for a reason. Because they try and keep this part as traditional as possible. Well, as traditional as you can get. You've got the post office and police station there, and then you've got the Biosphere Shopping Centre. Look at the size of this place. So this is the big shopping centre, beautiful place. Loads there. On the top floor, they've got the outside cinema. They've got the golf, the Jurassic Golf. They've got absolutely everything. Well worth a visit in there. And I've done a few videos, so make sure to follow this channel and go over to YouTube if you're not already there, and you'll be able to see those videos. Here is sort of the start of the old town. You'll see it by sort of Indian Saffron and the Drunken Monkey. So the Drunken Monkey's on the left hand side, if you can see that, or we've just passed it. And that's a great little pit stop for a beverage if you're walking around, especially if you're going to have to turn right down here and head up to the Flora Hotel that's at the top of the hill. You can get yourself ready with a few drinks in the Drunken Monkey. Down here as well, you've got a little centre with some Irish bars. You've got the Irish Rover, that's a fantastic bar down there. And you've got a very famous place here, La Cascada, and they are very famous for steak. They're one of the oldest, well, not the oldest restaurants, have recently been done out, but it is one of the more traditional restaurants here on the island, been there for many years. And of course, Cangreca Rocco, the Red Crab, and a little square just to the left of us has some different sports bars, the In Place, the Dog and Duck. So there's loads down in this area here, but it is a little bit more, should we say, traditional down here. It's called the Old Town, so it's definitely not as modern as the New Town. And it looks nice, I think, especially with this beautiful big tree ahead of us. Look, that tree has been there for so many years. I wonder how many cars have actually hit it. But we're not going that way. We're going to come round here, look, and I'm going to take you down into the harbour and we'll have a little nose and see what's going on down here. because this is where you'll come if you book any of the boat trips. Now don't forget, you can book all the boat trips on our website, www.travelon.world. Use the code TTK and you'll get yourself a cheeky little discount. Can't say fairer than that. But look at this place, it's gorgeous. And it looks like that red restaurant has opened, or somebody's just sitting outside it. Now that was a beautiful restaurant and it's been closed for so long and I don't know why, but it looks like someone's sitting there. I don't know if it's open or not. Maybe I'm gonna have to go and investigate that, aren't I? I think somebody's just using the seats, to be honest. But this is where all the boats come. We'll go down and we'll turn around, look, and this is the harbour area. So lovely place to drive down if you're hiring a car. You can park here quite well. This is good for parking most days. But you've got a lovely little fresh fish restaurant here, La Cofradia, very, very popular. This is the type of place where you can get your lobster and all that sort of stuff. And if you book the mini cruise, it'll be down here. If you book the Lobos tour, it'll be down here. If you book I Love Papagayo, it'll be down here. And if you book the jet skis or one of our other catamarans, it'll be down here as well. So this is definitely the hub of sort of sea activities. And don't forget, you can get them all on our website, www.travelon.world. I mean, you can't get easier than that. And certainly, I think September's going to be a busy one, folks. So don't think, oh, it's winter, I don't need to book in advance. You do. September is certainly going to be busy. On the right hand side here as well, you've got some other bars and restaurants. You've got the Heineken and the San Miguel. They're busy on the evenings. And as you walk a little bit further up towards the right, you'll come over some amazing views of Puerto Del Carmen, and there's some gorgeous restaurants there as well. It's just a beautiful place. I do love Puerto Del Carmen. It is gorgeous. And is it busy? Well, it doesn't look it, does it? It doesn't look it. But like I said, it's 4:30 in the afternoon. A lot of people are sort of packing up from the beach or doing whatever they're doing, and they're heading off for a little siesta before heading out this evening for dinner. Is that what you do on holiday? Let me know in the comments. Let me know if you're coming to Lanzarote, Tenerife, Gran Canaria, Fuerteventura, or anywhere else for that matter on holiday. And well, let's see where we're all going and who's taking their kids out of school. I don't blame you. There's that big tree. I'll try not to hit it. I shall see you in the next video. So there you go, a little drive down the Puerto Del Carmen Strip. I hope you enjoyed that. Please make sure to like, follow and subscribe to this channel. I'll see you in the next one. I love a good drive-by, don't you? See you later.